What's up, guys? Tenet trailer finally dropped. We're going to be talking about that today. And also, Zack Snyder's Justice League cut is been announced. Official. We're going to talk about that and more. What's up, guys? This is Ish.
And this is Ant.
And we're Movie Minds, where we keep you up to date with all the movie news and reviews. And some shows, too.
And please, guys, follow us on all our social media network. Please subscribe, press the little like button, comment whatever you guys like to tell us. These two subjects that we're going to be talking about are super rich and awesome, so please comment.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, guys, so we're going to go right into it with Hot Tops.
Hot Tops.
Today's first hot top is Christopher Nolan's Tenet trailer premiered during an in-game event on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Anthony, tell me what you think about the studio choosing to release this on Fortnite and about the trailer.
Well, first, yeah, man, I was actually very, very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I am, as being a Fortnite player myself.
Yeah. Avid.
Yes. And I'm pretty trash, but still, I enjoy it. I thought it was genius. I thought it was something that you have to know, I think, off the bat, to know that Christopher Nolan is putting himself around people that know what is going on outside in the world, where people are putting their attention to. And in this case, he knows that there's a bunch of people. I mean, Avengers did a little bit of the same thing, because they involved the game a little, not to this extent, or they didn't present their trailer on it, but they know, and he's putting himself in a position where he's presenting this trailer in front of so many people. I think the audience is from 19 years old to 47 years old, is the demographic there. And I think it was genius, man. Yeah. And especially getting on the game and learning and going to the screen. You have to go to the screen because there's a part of the game where you have to actually go and watch the trailer, but I thought it was a great movie.
I know that I've been to other events in game with like Travis Scott. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker premiered there too, which was awesome as well. Yeah. The last few events had like 10 and 11 million people that are tuned in, so it's obvious why they did it, and it's super genius. And then the trailer dropped 30 seconds later online. So as far as the trailer is concerned, man, I am just so pumped about a new Christopher Nolan movie coming out. The whole time travel part of it, or inverse time travel, or inversion. There you go. Thank you. That whole concept is, man, I'm still scratching my head on it, man. I feel like it's not really time travel. It's going to be a technique or some sort of a device that's being used inside the movie, or some sort of skill that our
well, they
main
do explain it
has.
a little bit. They explain exactly what it's going to be inverted. They're going to be going back in time, and they're going to be able to like do certain inversions, like changing like the ripples of time to where it makes a difference for the future, is what I understood by watching. Yeah,
I don't know if they were actually time traveling. I think it's more so doing something else with it. We'll find out.
We'll find out, because it is a little vague. It's basically the question.
Christopher Nolan style, right?
It's basically the question on whether would it have happened if we had done that, or vice versa. And
did it happen because it was supposed to happen like that, right? Yeah,
exactly. And the trailer was great. I thought it was really good. It kept just like Christopher Nolan's style, all suited up, nice, and you can tell that there's going to be some big action scenes in it. Dude. And it's just really, really exciting to be a part of this. Like,
it's got a Inception style.
Yeah, it does.
Like
it reminded me right away of Inception. And I think by going back to the Fortnite thing, I think that's the way of the future, man. Presenting all these things in games that people are super interested in.
The cool thing about that event is John David Washington, the main star of the film, he had an interview at the very end, and they started talking about like the film and how was it with Christopher Nolan, and he said one phrase that it kind of just like excited me. He said, watching Christopher Nolan do his thing or something like that, I got to see what the next 10 years of filmmaking look like.
Oh wow, that's a big statement.
And when he said that, I was like, oh yes, because that's literally what Christopher Nolan does, man. I never really put 2 and 2 together until he actually said it.
Yeah, you're right, man. I listened to that and I'm like, I think I already thought that in my head. However, him saying it just makes it even more exciting to know where movies are going. Because a lot of people are going to start doing the same thing in their own style, but taking a lot of references by what Christopher Nolan is doing.
I think Doctor Strange took a few things from Inception. You know what I mean? And like the whole DCU took stuff from Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's gonna happen for sure. People have already started copying Christopher Nolan's style.
I love the line in the movie when he asks him, "How do you want to die?" And he says, "Old." You know, and he's like, "You picked the wrong profession." And so, and I also like the line where Robert Pattinson says, you know, "Don't be so dramatical." And then he's like, "Oh, but you got a plane." Well, that part is kind of dramatic. So,
that was I got some Bruce Wayne charm from Robert Pattinson. I'm not gonna lie.
Did it make you more excited for the Batman?
Me a little bit. A little bit.
That's
maybe.
Right. I'm super excited, man. Tenet's gonna be great.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Let us know what you guys think down below. All right.
That's right.
All right. Let's go on to the next hot top of today.
And it's going to be about DCU. Zack Snyder is going to come out with his own cut version of Justice League. The one we didn't get. We got the Josh Whedon one.
Yes.
And now we're going to get the Zack Snyder one. And I guess my question to you, man, is that the studios right now, HBO, the one that is going to be releasing, they're going to give them $20 to $30 million to do all these reshoots. Well, actually, I'm sorry, it's not reshoots.
Yeah.
They're going to give them that money to do some of the audio work. They're going to be
audio, graphics,
and graphics and things like that. What do you think about that, man? Knowing that this isn't really going anywhere as far as, you know, they can't really do anything moving forward because of everything that's already gone on in the DCU. What
absolutely. So with the Zack Snyder cut coming out, this is all because of the fans. The fans have been claiming and like fighting tooth and nail with the studio, Warner Brothers, to release this version. The reason why there was a Zack Snyder cut and Josh Whedon took over was because Zack had a unforeseen death and
hurt his daughter,
and there was just a lot of issues that he went through, and he had to turn that thing over to Josh Whedon. A lot of people didn't like Justice League. I didn't necessarily mind it, but I absolutely don't think it's the best that WB could actually offer. Them releasing it on HBO Max is pure genius. 3-4 years ago, this was not possible. You wouldn't be able to redo a whole version of a film and release it to the public again on a theatrical release. This on the streaming service HBO Max literally is a stroke of genius. Like, this is perfect. I signed up for HBO Max just after this news dropped because I was just so excited. Happy. I was so excited. I wanted to back up the balls that Warner Brothers and HBO had to release this. They're going to put some money back behind it, and I believe in it, man. I think it's a genius move.
And I think that when this sort of thing happens, right? And it was obviously unfortunate that his daughter died and he had to leave the film due to those things. Yeah. And Josh Whedon came in. Josh Whedon approaches film in a different way, since I already know his film style and doing so many Marvel movies, that he gives it this charm, this comedy kind of style. Yeah. And he did that in Justice League. However, I didn't really like the film, to be honest with you. Yeah. And I think it was because it was different than what I've been used to with Zack. And it wasn't his film and it wasn't his vision. And I rather his vision than someone else's, because he didn't start. Exactly. Josh Whedon didn't start this film. Yeah. And this is where I really am excited to see his version. I know that, yes, you were telling me that Superman dies in a different, in Zack Snyder's version.
Gets revived
differently. And I also was reading that Steppenwolf has a different role, and Darkseid was a different role, and how they were going to be presented.
He's
and
actually
introduced.
In the film.
He's actually exactly.
Yeah.
And so, because those things are what they are, and what I read are true from Zack Snyder and the way that he was going to approach it, it just makes me believe that I was supposed to really like Justice League. But because it just had too much of two people's own taste, it just made me feel weird, because I don't want to say I hate it. I'm just in the middle with it. And that's probably how a lot of people feel.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, man. I'm super excited to watch this film. 4 hours is a little much,
That's
though.
another thing. It was 4 hours long because they did a lot of shoots. Originally, Justice League was going to be 2 movies, actually. And I guess they got carried away with the content. And they're planning on releasing it with like a series, like episodic, fragments of the actual movie. That's kind of what's up in the air right now, or a 4-hour release, which I think they should do episodic route.
Especially because they're doing it on a streaming service like HBO. You know what? I'm with you with that.
Yeah.
Man. I would like to see it in that way.
It refreshes the news cycle. People are gonna have buzz with like every single episode, and it'll only be like 4 episodes.
And
it
to be
wouldn't
honest
be that
with
bad.
you, at the end of the whole, you could go back and just watch it.
Exactly. Or they could just re-release the whole thing on a 4-hour, sit
and I'm
down.
sure they're going to do that.
Yeah.
They're trying to make the most money with what they have. And the studios right now are looking to make money because of everything that's been going on.
The deployment of this announcement was perfect because HBO Max is coming out on the 27th, which is like tomorrow when you guys watch this. I mean, Friends, Big Bang Theory, a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna try to like really absorb everything HBO Max and see if it's worth it. Maybe we'll talk about it on the show.
Sure,
but yeah, man, it's very exciting to me, man. I'm a DC fan, you know this.
Yeah.
Marvel, I'm bored of it. To be quite honest with you, like except for Endgame and other stuff. But DC stuff is my joint, man. Like I want
it's your bag, baby.
It is. It really is.
All right, guys, we're gonna go on to our next subject.
Yes, we are gonna move on into our streaming and chill segment that we usually do, but we're gonna take a little detour on it as a actual movie review.
Yeah,
and we're gonna be talking about the Netflix original film Lovebirds. Lovebirds stars 2 great comedians, Issa Rae and Kamal Kanjani. Are starring in this great comedy that dropped a few days ago, and we wanted to talk about it.
So I'm going to give you guys my opinion on this. I'm not the biggest fan of this movie, okay? I had a lot of issues with it. I felt like the comedy didn't hit for me completely, but I love the Nananji, what's his name? Kamal. I'm sorry. I love his acting. I didn't really particularly like the girl, his counterpart, because I felt like she was trying too hard. I felt like her comedy was a little stale, but at times she hit and I was laughing my butt off. But there were some really good lines as well. And so the movie kind of goes into an area where I was feeling it at the beginning, and then I just had to start getting into that whole suspending disbelief because it is a movie. But I don't like to do it so much, you know what I mean? Because this is a real life. This could have happened, you know, in a way. So anyway, those are my first reactions of it. What about you?
Yeah. Well, my first reactions that I really did have a good time with the film. I didn't mind the crazy storyline. I feel like it was like, it reminded me of Stuber. Remember Stuber?
I didn't see.
Oh, you didn't Stuber. Okay, kind of. At first, I was like, "Wait, is this Stuber 2 or something like that?" But it definitely wasn't.
You're looking for David Bautista.
Yeah. I thought it was David Bautista's gonna pop out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But I think the chemistry between both of them were pretty good, and I did enjoy the film. Again, it definitely had problems, and I guess we'll talk about it a little bit more right now.
Yeah, I think that one of the first problems that I felt about the film is that some of the things that happened in the film were a bit, they didn't put attention to detail in certain areas, and especially in the dialogue and the way that it was written. I mean, in the day and age that we live in today, we're not a stupid audience. Like, we really want the directors to not make us feel like, oh man, dude, why didn't he do that? That was super easy. Why did they just leave and not tell the police the truth? And because they did that, it did kind of result in them getting into situations that were funny, but at the same time very unbelievable at times. And but the dialogue between the girl and Kamal, it was funny. At times it would hit, and when it would hit, Yeah, I was laughing my butt off on things, especially that Chuck E. Cheese reference.
Oh,
look out for that one, because that one was really, really funny.
Yeah.
But at the end of the film, you get the sense that you want, though, because of how they start the film and the relationship they have, and then they end up you know, what they do at the end of the film, which I loved. And to be honest with you, I really did enjoy it, although I did have a lot of problems whilst, like I said, because of the writing and because of the situations that they were in that could have been probably approached a little differently to be a little bit more smarter and intelligent.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. On all those points, I pretty much echo those sentiments. But I do love how Kamal really just shined in this, and I think her comedic like timing is just the way her style is. You know, maybe that's why you didn't really feel her that much, but it's just how she is. I think that was very intentional on their part. Did it work? Maybe not for some people. I think I just really enjoy her, you know, timing. But Kamal's like just man, just
so
his
good.
way of his delivery, man. His delivery was great. Oh yeah, and then you could totally tell that he's becoming an internal now, right? You could totally tell like this guy is definitely working out, and he's looking good, man. He's looking real good. And then just the stories at the very end, it is far-fetched, and you know, overall the heart of the whole film is really about relationships and making things work, and I really enjoyed that. I really liked it, and I think a lot of people will. I don't think anyone would watch this film and they were like, oh, it's complete trash, unlike Uncut Gems that I also watched. Don't watch that unless you want to get stressed out.
And I like that, and this is the last point I'll make. I really like the ethnicities that they picked to put together and make it into a love story, because you don't really see it very much.
It felt natural. It felt really natural, to be quite honest, dude.
It did.
It wasn't forced and anything like that.
It just felt really good. Me personally, I'm going to give it a B- for me, because I felt like it, you know, but I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. So
yeah, I think I'm going to go with the C plus. I think that's where I'm going to be landing on right now.
Okay. So I'm going to give it a better. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think it was good, but yeah.
Yeah, it had its issues, but you guys let us know what you guys think in the comments. Please subscribe and make a comment and tell us that we're crazy, you know, that the movie was good or not. And just, you know, press the like button, guys. We really appreciate that. It goes a long way for us, and we really are grateful.
All right, guys. And then always don't forget
to stay movie-minded.